Hey everybody, welcome to the Small Business CEO Morning Show with Glenn Garnes and Rob Howes. And we want to thank you for joining us for this pilot episode. We're actually going to just be playing around with some things, giving you a little bit of a tour, giving you some feedback on some ideas that we have about the show. This is all in response to a post that we did about a week and a half ago where we asked the question, should we have a Small Business CEO Morning Show? And most of you said yes, after asking some questions about what it would be about and what the format would be. So we thought that we would today just share with you a little bit about what we plan to do and talk about it. We're also going to invite you to give us your feedback on things that you would want to see. But before we get started, let me welcome my co-host, Mr. Rob Howes of FitWorld.
Thank you.
At www.fitworldwide.net.
Thank you.
Fitworldwide.net.
Thank you very much.
But so actually, as you can see, we're going to be a little playful. We're going to have some fun. We're going to get the morning started on a nice note, if you will.
Yeah.
And the idea is just for us to come together as a community of small business owners and share ideas, information, resources, and ultimately to inspire each other to do what's necessary for us to achieve our missions and our visions in our businesses and in our lives. And so I hope that that's what you're looking for, but if not, we want to hear from you about what it is that you do want to see.
Yeah.
So on that note, what are your thoughts on this? We having fun yet?
I'm having fun. This is gonna be fun, and I'm excited about helping to share the idea that if you can master your morning, you can master your day.
You bet.
You know?
It all starts with how you get out, what side of the bed you get up on in the morning. And you make that choice every single day.
Every single day.
You know, a lot of people think that they're powerless to change their circumstances, but the truth is the only thing that they're powerless to do is to take responsibility for knowing that they can change their circumstances.
Listen, seriously.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to be cutting you every way but loose here. You've got to know that we're going to be sharing wisdom. We're going to be interviewing subject matter experts on different topics related to business and life generally. Because you really, when you're an entrepreneur, you can't separate life and business. Life is your business and business is your life. And the bottom line is that anyone that tries to create some kind of dichotomy between the two of them, you're really being dishonest with yourself. You craft your business to be consistent with the lifestyle you want, but they both play on each other. It's a yin and yang type of situation, which is why you dress both of them. So we're going to be bringing you life principles, but also business principles at the same time.
Yes.
We're also going to be connecting you to some people that you should know so that your path in business can be easier. Remember, you're in business for yourself, but you don't have to be in business by yourself. That also is a choice.
Yeah.
So we're ready. We're ready to do this with you and for you. And like I said, we're looking forward to having some fun with it. Let me run down real quick some ideas that we came up with thus far based on feedback that you've provided and also based on what we already had in our hearts to do. So first and foremost, we know that success in business and success in life is so tied to mindset that we are going to be focused on bringing you information, training and resources, book recommendations, things of that nature to help you to adjust your mindset, keep recalibrating and expanding your mindset to be consistent with where you want to go in life.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll probably first of all, we're going to be producing the show once a week, probably pushing it out on Fridays. Reason we're looking at Friday, and you might decide otherwise, but you give us some feedback on this, is that we know that people have a tendency to be pulling up off the gas a little bit on Fridays in preparation for the weekend. And we thought that Friday would be a good day for you to be able to watch that show and kind of re-energize yourself as you get ready for the weekend. So for me, Friday just means there's 2 more days left in the work week, not because work is a burden, but because that's how much time I've got to get it done.
Yeah, and I love every day that ends with a Y.
Exactly. I love that. I heard you say that on one of your live streams the other day. Quickly took a note, mental note to self. So with that in mind, you know, what we're saying basically is that we want this to be a light and airy experience for you. We want it to be information filled. We want it to be valuable, but we don't want it to be a burden for you. So the shows are going to be 15 minutes or less, and we're going to once a month recommend a book that hopefully we'll all be reading at the same time. The idea is I want to share with you what Rob and I are reading and invite you to read it with us so that when we get on these shows, we get on live stream events, we can talk about the books. If you're a member of Small Business CEO, if you're one of the fortunate people who are, then these are the kinds of things we can be discussing in the discussion group on Small Business CEO in the Inner Circle group, where you log in and we have these discussions. We're asking questions, answering questions, talking about the books and things we're learning together. We go together on all of these things. So look for a book of the month recommendation. Motivational quotes. You love quotes. I love quotes. We got to include that.
Got to. Go quote. Listen, sometimes it's just one little quote that can change the trajectory of my day.
Well, that's right. One of the things I love about quotes is that it's a way to get a lot of wisdom in a little bit of time. And if you really receive the quote for what it really is, it's a way to stimulate your thought process, and make you mindful, make you stop and think about a life principle, and to see where you can incorporate that into your life for the day.
Best quote I ever heard: when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
There you go. Perfect example.
And I use it every day in my life now.
So if you were to take that concept, when you look at a motivational quote, it's not just like some feel-good thing for the moment. Look at what it really means based on what you're doing in your life or looking to do in your life. Look at where you can integrate that into what you're doing. How does that show up for you? Because everyone could read a quote and it can all show up differently in each of our lives.
So we're different.
You've got to decide how it shows up for you, and then make yourself about implementing that piece of wisdom in whatever it is that you're doing. So a motivational quote. We're going to be doing accountability check-ins. What did you learn today? Who did you help today? What are you grateful for? All kinds of little things that you can be mindful of that make a difference for the evolving person. So again, a lot of little things coming your way. When we look at all the different opportunities that we have to do something that moves us forward in life, every time you choose to do something that moves you forward, it pulls you away from something that would otherwise be keeping you in neutral or actually sending you backwards in time. So you're big about habits. If you're replacing a bad habit, like engaging in Facebook rants or being negative in your mindset or whatever, with a good habit of thinking about what are you grateful for today? What are your opportunities today? What did you learn? What action did you take to advance your life or your business today? Who did you help?
Wow.
If you were thinking about those things, you wouldn't have time to think about negativity.
No space.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, positive and negative can't live in the same place at the same time.
That's right.
So you got to choose one.
But the key is you have to choose.
You have to choose.
And the question is, what are we choosing every day?
And the weird thing about it is we're making a lot of choices we don't even know we're making.
Exactly. It's become such a habit, a subliminal response to repetition. That's all a habit is.
Yeah.
It's just a subliminal response to repetition. We've done it so much that it's become second nature to us. Well, unfortunately, habits are not, they're not very discerning.
Yeah.
It could, they don't care whether it's good or bad. If you develop it, it's going to become who you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm learning about how to deal with those habits too. So, just quit smoking. Actually, I've never smoked, but I've got some other habits that are probably just as bad that I'm working on. So
We
listen,
all got them.
if you're still watching us here, and I hope that you are, we want to hear your feedback. What do you want to see? Who do you want to hear us or see us interview? Who do you want us to, frankly, if we might just start interviewing people that want to come in and be on the show with us. We got space on the couch here. It requires you to be up here when we're shooting the show, but otherwise, it's just a matter of, letting us know what it is you'd like to see. This is our way to be of service to our community, the small business CEO community and the community at large. So we really want your feedback. That's why we asked the question, should we do this show? And I don't think there was anybody that said no. I think most people ask questions, well, what would it be about? What would the format be? What would be the objective?
Great
What are
questions.
you trying to do with? All great things. That meant we were striking a chord because it made you think and it made us think, and we appreciate that. And that's why working together in a community as a mastermind group where we're all coming together in perfect harmony for a definite purpose. And the definite purpose in this instance was to decide whether we should do this show or not. So we want to thank you for recommending that we do it. We're going to have some fun with it.
Yeah.
Hope you'll join us regularly. And I want to also tell you that we've got some places coming for you, whether you're a member of Small Business CEO or not. We want you to get on the mailing list so that you at least get tied into getting announcements about what we're doing. So we'd love to have you be a member and experience the full benefits of membership in Small Business CEO. But whether you're ready for that or not, we still want you to be connected to us.
Definitely.
So here's a couple ways you can do that. If you go to www.sbceo.com, That's www.sbceo.com. Click on Join the Network. And don't be fearful. I'm not telling you got to spend any money. But if you click on Join the Network, there's actually a free selection there where you can actually get on our mailing list, receive business tips, receive notifications when there's special events or special opportunities for you. We're going to have contests and giveaways related to business and things that might help you in your business. We want you to be connected to us because we know that eventually, when it's time for you to become part of this fraternity of small business owners around the country and around the world, that you'll have an easy time finding us because we'll have been connected the whole time. So I hope that you'll take us up on that. We know that we're going to be doing everything we can to make this worth your while. And one of the other things we're going to ask you to do is if you find value in the shows, if you find value in what we're doing, please share it with others. You know, one of the best ways for us to work together as a community is to tell people about the good news.
Yeah.
Think about how much time we will spend sharing the bad news.
Yeah.
You know, we won't even get into all the politics and all the other things going on in Facebook land.
Right.
But if we could take the time to share something that was going to make a difference in someone's life, we could go about the rest of our day knowing that we made a difference.
I was literally feeling very low one time, very recently, a very low point, depression, and it was clouding me. And I literally turned on Facebook because my boy Terrence TP, he was doing something and he was talking. I don't even know what it was all about. But what he said at that moment, it shifted for me. And so sometimes it's just a word that you might hear. So when you share something that moves you, you give somebody else the opportunity to be moved as well.
And you know, another point on that, to build on that, a lot of times people don't realize that one of the best ways for you to show who you are is through what you share. You know, we all talk about people that seems like everything they post is something negative or something, a rant of some type or something divisive, you know. But when you start sharing things that make a difference in people's lives, it gives you a different feel.
It does.
Your whole news feed looks better to other people, and they start seeing you in a different light.
Yep.
So sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. Care Bears, 1988.
I didn't know where that came from. But I'm glad you told me because I don't know that I was a Care Bear fan, but I like the saying. It obviously got some value out of it.
Yeah, go ahead, Care Bears.
So listen, we're not going to belabor the point. This is the set we're going to be on. We're going to be working with the Curvy Couch. Now we are working on since we're brand new to this, we haven't finished this yet, but we're going to have a big banner back here for small business CEOs so that, you know, we got the branding working in here. But for the most part, this is going to be the set. It's part of the rest of our studio here. Those of you that have been here before or seen us on other sets, if you're watching the Small Business CEO episodes where we're interviewing our members to help them to get to know you better as a community, that set happens to be just over behind these cameras. We literally flip the cameras this way, we got a whole new look in the studio. So we're very proud of what we're doing here, very proud of what we put together. We're working hard to make your life what you want it to be. So we hope you'll tune in. We hope you'll tell others. Be sure to let us know how we can improve your experience with anything we're doing with Small Business CEO, but especially with the Small Business CEO Morning Show. So you got anything to say in wrapping up?
Listen, I'm excited. I'm excited every day of my life because I get an opportunity to help somebody find the value in theirs. And I believe this morning show is just another opportunity for us to help people find their value and jumpstart their day. Because I believe if you master your morning, you can master your day. Master your day, you can possibly master the week. Master the week, that gives you the month. Do it 12 more times, you got the year. Accumulation of that, you got a great life.
Wow, what a great way to think about it. Swallowing that elephant in small bites. That's a great way to think about it. So already you got some wisdom to think about. If you go back and replay this just to hear that one spot where Rob shared that wisdom, your life will be enhanced tenfold, I promise you. And we want to hear about that too. When there are things that we share that make a difference to you, give us some feedback so we know what's working for you and share it with others so it will work for them too. So on behalf of Rob Howes of Fit World, my name is Glenn Garnes. I want to thank you for watching the first unofficial episode of Small Business CEO Morning Show. Take care and we'll see you soon.